Hey, this is Caesar with Toxic Baits and Spiralite rods, and I'm going to give you a little brief overview of the Swimbait series that I helped them get straight and develop. So, there's three different lines that Spiralite offers. One is the Maverick series, 30-ton graphite with wrapped guides, foam grips, Alps guides, split handle on the 8-footers, full grip on the ones that are over 8 feet. And then there's a Status Quo, which offers the regular style guides, conventional guides, non-wrapped. That's also on the 30-ton Torre blank. That comes equipped with the wind grips over the foam, which are pretty comfortable. The grips on all these rods are pretty thin, which I like. They're really lightweight. The 8-foot heavy rated from 1 to 5 ounces. The total setup in the Defiant weighed a total of 6 ounces. So if that'll give you an idea how lightweight they are. That's the 40-ton with the Defiant series, but they're definitely on the lightweight side. So after the Status Quo, then the Defiant series. That's our 40-ton graphite. Wrapped guides, wind grips, all the good stuff. The blanks are incredibly sensitive. I didn't even really expect to be dealing with this once I jumped on board, but now that I am, I'm really glad. This is a really good quality product for a good price. The Maverick series ranges from $99 to $119 for the 8.3 to 8'6" models. The Status Quo is $150 to $170 range, and the Defiant series is $199 to $219 for a 40-ton Torre. I mean, they're beautiful blanks. They've worked out really well for me. They fish great, so I'm going to show you the stuff I've been using, developing, and how I've been using it. Let's see what we got here. This is probably my favorite rod that I've used for all around 1 to 5 ounce Defiant series. Eight-foot split grip. This is the rod I was talking about with 6 ounces. I've been throwing everything from a frog in extreme situations, heavy punch rig, all the way up to my carp wake bait and muskrat wake bait, which are pretty large baits. Here's the muskrat. This is a 5 ounce bait, and this handled it very well. Not just casting, but it fishes it well. It hooks and lands fish really well. It doesn't have a true. This is a moderate taper. We also offer a fast taper. I prefer the moderate taper to almost everything, especially in the 40-ton series. So I mostly fish treble hook baits. This rod is perfect for that. So I used to only think that over 8 foot was the way to go, but this rod really changed my mind. I'll probably have 4 of these on deck because they're so easy to fish with, and they do so many things. So that right there, that's the Toxic Bait Special right there. The 8-foot heavy moderate Defiant series. So on to the next one. This is the 8'3". This is the 8'3" Defiant series. You can see we have telescoping blanks for the 8.3 and the 8.6 models, so you can fit them in your rod locker. It breaks down to like 7'2". It's really convenient. I didn't know how I like it at first, but it's really convenient. Little add-on that hopefully guys that don't have swim baits on the deck all the time, maybe they just need to pull this out for a kicker in a tournament. It'll fit right in there. It won't be this big bulky blank that doesn't really fit in with the rest of your equipment. So anyways, I've been using this a whole lot. This actually is good anywhere, I think, for treble hook baits from 3.5 ounces all the way up to 8 or 9. Like I said, it's 8'3". It's also a moderate fast. They call it a moderate fast taper. It's a moderate taper for a 40-ton high modules blank. I really like it. You can get a load of the wind grips, not too thick, pretty straightforward. 15 inches. On these 8.3 to 8.6, it's 15 inches from the reel seat, the back of the reel seat to the end of the handle. I don't know what that measurement is, but on the 8-foot models, they're 14 inches from the back of the reel seat to the butt. which I like on 8-foot models because I can underhand pitch and it doesn't get in the way. So anyways, I've been using this. This is a great rod. I mean, I can imagine for anything. It hasn't gotten into the fall yet. I haven't been throwing any top hook soft baits or anything, but it's performed well with any bait from 3 ounces up to my 8-ounce hard baits. I've been throwing ballums on it, triple trouts, big top water baits, just whatever you could think. It's a great bailing. I would recommend it anywhere from 3 to 8, 9 ounces. The rating on it here is 1.5 to 8 ounces. I can see that if you want a really heavy punch rig. That's not for me, but it's definitely a great mid-level up to 8-ounce swim bait rod. I mean, for everything that you could think of. And then all the way up, looks like I have the ballum on it now. It's the 8'6" Magnum. Got the 400, Lexa 400. It fishes great. Same handles. Same taper as the 8'3". It's a moderate fast. There should be some videos of me catching fish instead of me just bending it in the shop. I don't know what that will do for you, but I've casted baits up to 11 ounces on this. Soft baits, the 11-inch Rago SKT. No problem with that. This is one of my 12-inch glide baits that's going to David Chip. This is 11.5 ounces with hardware. No problem fishing this. It's rated to 10. I'd say this is definitely at the top of its rating, but there's so much horsepower in the backbone. I didn't expect it to fish it, and it fished it great. So those are the 3 swim bait models in the Defiant series. As you step down, it's kind of the same. They're just in the lower modulus graphite. I like the 30-ton. It has a little slower bend to it. I don't like a true parabolic bend, but the 30-ton is a little softer. This here is the 8-foot moderate, heavy moderate, rated up to 5 ounces. I think this one's a little on the lower side. I'd probably fish my hard baits up to 4 ounces on this. I could do 5 too if I was using a lighter line. It has a little more of a bend down. It probably cuts off 2/3 of the way, a little past 2/3 of the way, and then it's just all backbone. There's, like I like to say, there's plenty of horsepower. There's plenty of strength to move any fish and keep them out. I've had a lot of fish pinned. Please watch the YouTube videos I have up. Some ratfish, you can see this blank bent all the way over almost into you. So I really like it for my smaller treble hook baits, for my micro minks, for my 3 to 4 ounce or 2 to 4 ounce treble crank down style baits. I use co-poly 99% of the time. I'm not a big braid guy, but this would be a great braid rod because it does have that extra bit. This is the same rod, the Maverick, but this is the fast. This is the heavy fast. This is the faster taper. So in the Maverick series and the Defiant series, I use the moderates, but I like this fast for paddle tails. And it is a 30-ton length, so it has a slower bend. Not to say that this has anywhere near a parabolic bend, but it is a little slower. So I'll use this on treble hook baits because I lean towards the faster side. But definitely weedless, hollow belly, mission fish, great mission fish rod. HUD 68, 6-inch HUD, 6-inch osprey. I think there's a video of me catching fish on this one up there too. This is definitely a great rod. It's so light, I thought maybe I could do like some frogging with it. Even with that Defiant, I said you could use them. I thought I could use them. They're just, when you set the hook on a 1-pounder, it springs right out because they're just so strong. They're just a great blank with plenty of power. So I keep saying that because they keep surprising me. So that's the fast. Like I said, there's great options. So you could get the Maverick series. You'd go with the 8-foot fast and buy an 8-foot moderate rod and still be in for under $250 and have 2 great rods. You can see the grips on these on the Maverick. It's just the foam, which I've fished a long time. It fishes really nice. There's no foregrip on it, real minimal. You see the guides and the wrap. So all these, so as I stepped into these, the Maverick series in the 8'6" heavy Magnum, the heaviest one, and I fished it against the Defiant. I think that these are two different rods. I think that the Defiant has some more backbone, can fish those heavier 11-ounce glide baits, 11-ounce soft baits. You know, you could definitely throw them with that. That's the top of the range. I think with this 8.6 Maverick, I think your top of your range is going to be right at 10, 11. It's just a little softer of a blink. I prefer to have a faster action, a stronger blink than those bigger rods. Maybe this will fit your preference. It's definitely not a weak blink by any means, but it's just a little different than the Defiant. But for 119 bucks, I don't even know how you could beat it. The guides are wrapped to the left. It doesn't really matter performance-wise. Just depends on how you lean your rod on the deck. So those are the rods I helped develop with Spiralite. They're coming out in September, mid-September. I've been doing a lot of work with them. I really like them. I didn't know what to expect, and coming from a Lowdown Customs, which is a great custom rod, all I've used, I got a chance to develop something that would be more readily available to my customers, and maybe to tournament guys that don't want a full custom swim bait setup. If they're only going to throw it a couple times a day, they could jump in with a Maverick Series $110 rod and have something that's very sensitive. The spiral wrap guides, if you haven't used them, I don't see a trade-off to them. If you don't see the benefits, that's fine, but I don't see any disadvantages to having them on there. And it definitely helps when you're cranking, when you're holding the rod sideways and a big crankbait or something and it's trying to torque the rod, or when you have a big fish hooked up and you're bringing them in, you don't get that blink twist. I notice the difference. Some people say they don't, but I could tell you what, I don't like to fish without it anymore. So conventional swim bait, you know, any of that, I'm definitely leaning towards the wrap guides 100%. So you can get on a pre-order, go check them out. The conventional rods are brutal. I mean, they're crazy light. I haven't fished the conventional side heavy for a long time, so picking up things like feather, you know, incredibly sensitive. They fish really nice. The balance is crazy. Charlie Almassi, FLW winner out here in the Delta, has been one of the main dudes developing these rods and using them for the past couple years. They won the FLW last year for him, or whenever he won it within the past couple years. So, you know, they're not a gimmick. These are definitely gonna. Hopefully, they shake stuff up, because I can say that if you pick up some Spiralites, you're gonna put a quality product in your hand for a very, very good price. So thanks for your time. Hopefully this answered some questions.